irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like I'm finger 11. Take a second.
I got a note the assistant GM wanted to see me a few weeks later. I thought I might be in trouble, but turned out to be something totally different. The assistant GM made his notes and thanked me. You can imagine my surprise when I read later that we'd actually signed him. The next day, we were doing the meet and greet in the locker room when Coach came in and told us to suit up. We had a training plan, and once we had our cleats laced up and our helmets on, we hit the practice field.
All right, gentlemen, we made way too many mistakes this week, okay? The coaching staff has gone in, we've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we gotta execute to win.
Set! Ready! Down, go! Set! Ready! Down, go! Set! Ready! Up and go! Yeah! Set! Ready! Down and go!
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute.
Set! Ready!
Just let me breathe. It's too hot, grab the top off the wagon. Lay back,
Down and go!
All right, gentlemen, you must have had your oats this morning because today was a great practice. The coaching staff, we can't ask for much more. If you guys consistently do that, we're gonna win a lot of ball games.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this.
If practice makes perfect, then we just had one that was close to ideal, and we weren't the only ones who thought so. We'd made a big splash in the preseason. The regular season was just a week away. Time to ride the wave and hope we don't wipe out.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers versus Deshaun Watson and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. So a new season upon us. Every team, of course, big expectations, but the expectations are a little different for this offense. They've got one of the most talented teams in all of the National Football League. They think big things are on the way.
And I got a call from another coach in the league partner who was jokingly, maybe half joking, he was asking, did they take the offseason off? Because all I keep hearing is how they're having great practices. And I told him I've heard the exact...
Touchdown, L.A. Cam Akers, 59 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The former second-round pick back in 2014, Jimmy Garoppolo trotting into place, looking to guide this San Francisco 49er offense. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Garoppolo now. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, 68 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
15-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And this is 3rd down.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Akers. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And he floats one there, incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Akers again, the ball carrier. Brought down at the
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
is 3rd.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle. Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more, and, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. Escapes the defender. It's a 57-yard punt, 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the LA offense. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. A sensational one-handed grab in the end zone for the score. Looked like you at the Davis Turkey Bowl every year in the backyard in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're so kind. That's definitely in my mind. But how about this? They always tell guys going after the ball, the receivers especially, you got to have a single-minded obsession to go get it. How about going up with a single hand and making that happen? I don't know if it gets much better than what we just saw there.
Out of the gun, Watson. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This is taken way. Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way.
Matt Prater lining up for the point.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken way up at the 25. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
That's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. He's going to try and go deep again. And this one is incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to let it go again. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Watson on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Allen, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of fourth down after the incompletion, it'll be first down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. That's complete right around the 8. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Carlson able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Their own 22-yard line.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So
this is intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Recovered by the Rams.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
It's caught inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and in 11. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From just now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
Recovered by the Rams.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The previous play is under review.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at... Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp there to make the grab. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's got it up and through. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Rams.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changed.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 4 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
It's all good, baby. It's all
Personally,
good.
I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Their own 31-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Garoppolo. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before.
And this is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And this offense continues to pour it on. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. From the gun, here's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is going to lose yardage here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you would... yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On second down, here's Penny. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd
to throw. It's Garoppolo. They set up the screen to Penny. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. But I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Operating from the gun, Watson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. 3rd and long, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
It's second down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more?
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Finding room to the 20. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
First down, Los Angeles.
On 1st down, it's Watson. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Again, it's Watson. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Working from the gun, Garoppolo toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
DeAndre Baker there defensively.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That's complete right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The pass there over the middle to start things out. And the ball is knocked out. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A fairly short kick. Now a hit and a loose football.
Recovered by the Rams.
And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And he'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Garoppolo again. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. The penalty is a result of that hit there.
Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today. I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 55 yards. Throwing now, Watson. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 84.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To the air yet again, Watson. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
84. Touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. Watson looks to throw again. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
They're on 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just, oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
She-Rag got me.
Dead boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk. We were all riding high after the win. Back in the locker room, I checked my phone and saw tons of rumors about players who wanted to be traded to our team. I figured it couldn't hurt to mention it to the assistant GM, and sure enough, when I brought it up, he was more than receptive.
Didn't your offense have a nickname that year? What was it?
We were setting out to smash records and win championships, so we thought history in the making was appropriate.